Hi everyone, welcome to a Stamping to Share video. My name is Kay Kalthoff and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And today I'm going to show you how to create this card. It uses a stamp set called a 6-sided sampler and of course the coordinating punch, the hexagon punch that goes with that. And there's 3 sentiments to choose from, and of course there's a wide variety of sentiments out there that will fit into the space that the punch provides. And this is the card we're going to make. It's so cute. I actually saw it on a Sunday morning before church. I was browsing Pinterest and came across a card, I believe it was by B.J. Peters, and I thought, oh my gosh, how cute. I actually pulled my supplies out and I created it in like just a couple of minutes, and so I'm going to share with you how you can do that too. So the first thing that we're going to need, of course, is a piece of base cardstock. This is very vanilla, and I've cut it at 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. Now I did go ahead and I completed the inside panel of the card. I actually need a thank you card, and so I want to have some room to write. And this is how I finished off the inside of the card. I just took a few punch outs and just glued them in here in the corner just to give it some carry through from the front of the card. The next thing that you'll need is a panel of early espresso paper. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and feel free to experiment with other designer series papers and other cardstock colors. I just took I kind of copied a card that I liked, and that's where I went with it, and I just love it. And now I'm using Soho Subway pattern paper from Stampin' Up! And you can see I've already punched a few out. That's what we're going to use. I did use the hexagon punch that looks like this, and I've already made some punch outs, so I have those ready. And this panel that's going to go on top of our card needs to have the hexagon punch out first and foremost. Since my customers are going to be creating this card at my upcoming card buffet class, I thought, you know, I should really get a template so they don't have to figure this out every single time. And so once you find a spot that you like your punch out and you really like the way that looks, go ahead and create a template. Now it's real easy because I'm going to show you how this works. You just line your template up on top of your card panel and you put your punch in, and you're actually going to bring it all the way up as far as it goes. So the bottom of the punch is where the paper is flush to. And then you'll notice on the right hand side there's maybe a tad over 1/4 inch here that hangs off to the right. So that can give you some guideline as to where you want to put this first punch. And then we can set the template aside, and then this is the paper that we're going to be working with. We are also going to need a piece of scrap paper. So I have just a piece of very vanilla scrap paper. And then there's a couple of sentiments, as I showed you before, in the stamp set. And I'm going to use this first one here, Thanks Much. But both of these look really cute and fit perfectly into that punched out size. And so I have my Thanks Much on a block C. I'm just going to stamp it right here on my scrap paper. And then I'm going to take my 2.5 inch circle punch and I'm going to punch this out, because that will go inside underneath this top layer. And now the next thing we need to do is we're going to take our punch outs and we're just going to use some multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm going to glue these around this center, or this punch out that we have on our panel. So we just want to go ahead and work this all the way around, leaving our spaces pretty even, or as even as we can get them. And then for this bottom area here, there is going to be a little bit of overhang, and that's okay because we can trim that flush later. So I'll go ahead and put this one like this. And you can see that there will be a little, whoops, getting glue all over. There will be a little overhang here. Don't worry about that. And you just keep building it around. I have one that I've already glued for you so that you can see how it looks. I left this area open because that's how BJ left it. And I'm going to put my little bow there. I have a little ribbon that I'm going to put there. So I'm going to flip this over now. And then I'm just going to trim these little pieces that overhang the edges, like that. And you'll also notice that I put 2 dimensionals at the top. There's a reason I didn't put it all over, and I'll show you why in a second. But I'm going to adhere this now to my card so that all 4 sides are even. And now I'm going to take my punch out that I had. I'm just going to put a little, well, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of glue because glue gives me a little wiggle room. I'm going to lift this up, and then I can center this underneath so that it looks just perfect. And like I said, when I use the glue, I have just a little bit of room to wiggle that into place so it looks just right. There we go. Isn't that great? It's all in place. Then what I do is I go in with my dimensionals. I'm going to take just a couple more here. I'm going to put 1 in the middle and then 1 on each of these edges here. So I have 5 dimensionals total. And then I can just bring this down. And the card is complete except for our little bow. And there's some really nice colors in this cording. This is one of our celebration items. And it also comes with some cork. This is what the cork looks like. And when you purchase $50 from Stampin' Up, you get this as a freebie. And so I've just made a bow and I've put a glue dot on it, and we're just going to set this right here. And it's done. It's so cute. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. And thank you so much, BJ, for sharing this idea with us. Have a great day, and thanks so much, everyone, for stopping by Stampin' to Share. I truly appreciate you. Bye-bye.